Hi, I'm Robert Bearden.
Hi, I'm Mark Terry.
Welcome to appVoodoo the show. Alright, on today's episode we're going to be talking about a very awesome game that we've been playing a lot of, Cut the Rope.
Cut the Rope, made by a company called Chilingo.
Yes, and we're also going to talk about Awesome Note, an awesome note-taking app that we use to write up notes for the show and other notes as well. So let's get started with Cut the Rope by Chilingo. We're going to be reviewing version 1.1.1. So what are your thoughts on that, Mike?
I thought it was fantastic. Just like any kind of puzzle game, it starts out really simple. So the learning curve on it is just fantastic. It gets you addicted right from the start. You just have a piece of candy that you have to get into a little alien fish frog's mouth. And as simple as it sounds, it gets more difficult as the game progresses.
Yeah, it definitely gets more difficult because they start adding more things, like there's walls where the candy breaks, you add bubbles and things like that.
To help your candy float.
Exactly. And one of the things you have to keep in mind too while you're playing this game is you're also collecting stars. And you want to try to collect as many stars as you can, because the more stars you collect, the more levels you get to play, because some of the higher up levels require that you have a certain amount of stars before they actually unlock the levels.
Yeah. Trust me, you're gonna want to do that anyway. We haven't really progressed any farther until we get all 3 stars on the level collected. You can collect 1 star and still continue, but you won't.
Yeah.
The whole idea is to get all 3 stars and then deposit the sugary confection into the alien fish frog's mouth.
And we played essentially the first 2 level packs, or went through the first 2 level packs. And the first one, you start out, you have the ropes, you have to cut the ropes. It gives you a nice tutorial. You get to play the game. Then you add the bubbles in there, which actually lift the candy in the air.
Stretchy ropes where it would actually slingshot the candy around the screen.
There's also like these little circular areas that'll shoot down a rope when the candy falls.
It's like a grappling hook that shoots out and grabs the candy again. So there's other places that add ropes after you've even cut them.
Exactly. And then when you get into the second game pack, or the second level pack, there's actually these little air blasters that shoot the candy.
They're whoopee cushions.
Yeah, they're basically whoopee cushions that shoot the candy back and forth. So you can get it to wherever you need it to be. They go up and down and left and right.
And with each new thing that they add, like the slingshot and the spikes, another thing that impedes your progress is a spider that starts coming down on your rope trying to eat the candy, so you're kind of under a time limit as well. But each thing that they add just adds another dimension to the game that you have to get around. So you're no longer just cutting ropes. You're no longer just, floating around in the bubble. You're no longer just swinging around. I mean, each thing just exponentially adds more things that you can do into the game.
And I think that's what makes the game great.
I think it's endless.
It's endless. And there'll definitely be more level packs to come. There'll definitely be more add-ons. Maybe it'll be an in-app purchase. Maybe it'll be free. Time will tell. But this is a great game. I've really gotten addicted to it. It's getting up there to Angry Birds. And I don't think anything will ever beat out my love for Angry Birds.
It's still awesome, though.
But it is an awesome game.
Yeah, there's 25 challenges per level and 5 levels to go through. So if my math is correct, that's 125 different challenges that you have to go through. So I'm looking forward to how it progresses and how hard it will get by the time we get to the 5th level.
And we've seen some of the other appVoodoo workers have played the game and have gotten further, and we've seen some of the things that are down the road, and it just gets worse. I mean, it just gets harder and harder and harder. So it's a challenging game. It's one of those ones, it's easy to learn how to play it,
and then hard to learn how to, and then hard to continue playing.
Yeah, hard to continue playing. Yeah.
Easy to play, hard to master.
The only thing that might discourage some people up front is I personally felt that the first set of levels was a little bit easy, but it definitely does get harder. So don't get discouraged if you like a hard game. It definitely gets harder.
It'll get there.
It'll get there.
Yeah, that's just teaching you. So overall, thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
4 thumbs up.
Yep, definitely pick that one up.
So check that out in the App Store. Go to appvoodoo.com, and we'll put a link up in the show notes, and you can check that out.
Yippee!
Okay, second app we want to talk about today is Awesome Note.
Awesome Note.
Which is an awesome note-taking app. It's just like it says, Awesome Note.
I actually put notes on it today.
Yeah, it's actually one of the best note-taking apps that I've ever seen. Some of the features that I really enjoy about it. My favorite has to be its synchronization. Two of the sites that it syncs with is Google Docs and Evernote, which are excellent services for syncing notes online. Whether you're on a computer, or you're on your phone, or you're on your iPad, you can check this information because it syncs back and forth. You can go to the Evernote site or Google Docs and see these notes on there, which is fantastic. Plus, it has things for different types of notes, whether it be just an idea or like a grocery list or whatever you need to store as far as a note. It's got you covered.
Tell you, it's so simple. I mean, it's exactly what it's supposed to be, a little note-taking program. So it's got some word processing to it, where when you're typing, it can actually try to fill it in just like you do on a cell phone.
Exactly.
But it's not meant to do like whole documents. So it's almost like this is the digital version of Post-it notes compared to actually sitting down at a typewriter and composing something.
And that's one of the features that it has as well, as a quick memo function, where you can actually write up quick memos. Write up a short like Post-it note on your iPhone or on your iPad.
I already said that.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So yeah. Yeah, and it even has the ability to store attachments and things like that inside your notes, photos,
yeah, so it's not just a Post-it note program. It actually does have a lot more power to it than something as simple as that. So it is nice without having to go learn a whole different word processing program.
Yeah, but that synchronization with Google and Evernote, I mean, that's crazy. That makes it worthwhile for me. Being able to sync my notes back and forth is just amazing. It almost takes over for Apple's Mobile Me service, which they provide, which syncs the notes and the contacts and all that stuff. This also has a calendar. It'll also sync that.
Just in case you don't know what day it is.
Yeah, yeah. Or you want to know what day you scheduled that date with that hot girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be for me.
Yeah. The day that you were supposed to go out with Megan Fox?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that day?
I missed that
Mark
day.
remembers that day.
Shoot.
He caught a lot of hell from missing Megan Fox.
Yeah, that was a big regret right there.
Yeah. Well, she left you for Brian Austin Green, so.
Well, it has an on-screen keyboard that comes up, so it's real simple to figure that out.
There's also on the iPad version. There's some at the top of the on-screen keyboard. There's some actual extra tools like a period and things like that at the top to actually help you with your formatting and your grammar and all that stuff as well.
And it's easy to switch between that and a number pad in case you need to type in numbers. But
and
overall, just great.
Yeah, and what's great about this one is it's landscape and portrait mode. It has your landscape and portrait mode on there. So whatever way you want to write notes in, you can do it. And it works great both ways. So. I definitely we both give it 2 thumbs up. It saved our lives. Made our lives definitely a lot easier.
That's an exaggeration. Saved our lives, but it was.
It's definitely
it was still good.
Well, that one time, you know how Spider-Man says everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Well, Awesome Note gave me one.
Gave him one.
So
yeah, definitely pick that up.
So definitely
take notes on the fly.
Take notes on the fly, store those memos, get them synced with Evernote and Google Docs, and be able to view that anywhere you go. So definitely check that out.
Yep.
Alright everybody, that's our show. This is Robert.
And Mark.
And be sure to check out appVoodoo.com. Register on our site to get emails, updates about our site, or just sign up for our site in general and check out our awesome app recommendations.
And if there's any apps that you want us to review, just send us a note and we'll look at them.
And don't forget, we will take your app submissions as well, or your app idea submissions as well. And all our apps that we talked about today will be in the show notes. So please check out the website and check out those links on there to get those apps for you. So
check it out!
Check it out!